Got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Spacing out your meals is just as important as watching what you eat. Seeing as we're all stressed, I thought it prudent to advise anyone to be careful not just with what you eat, but how often and how much each time. As a newly diagnosed diabetic who is now in the midst of looking back and wondering how I got to this point, stress eating was the one that did it for me. The company I work for did so many rounds of layoffs, and I was pretty much the last man standing, losing all of my work friends in the process. It was isolating. I was never a sweet tooth, but I am a pasta/sandwich guy, and whenever something really anxiety-inducing happened in my life, I turned to food. I am the house cook, and I tend to cook a lot for the fam for, let's say, the next 2 to 3 days. So it's pretty easy to imagine there'd be a good amount of pasta in the fridge, ready to consume. There could be as little as 1 hour in between meals. Food was my comfort source. I do regret it now, but regret doesn't undo the damage. So now I am on the mission to take better care of myself. Every time we eat, our blood sugar goes up, and eventually once our body uses up that fuel, the sugar levels go down low enough to signal hunger again. With me, since I ate too often, my blood sugar levels never went back to normal. It was always high, and now we're here. Per conversations I had with my doctors. Yes, plural, the right timing should be at least 3, but ideally 4 hours in between meals. Listen to your body and allow it to tell you when it needs energy, and only eat then. I know that since a lot of us are working mentally draining office jobs, it can be easy to nibble on food out of boredom, if not stress. Please look into other ways to distress, like taking 5 to 10-minute walks, deep breathing, or drink more water. Take care of yourselves.
This is sound advice. This is also why it's good to eat filling and satiating food in order to minimize the tendency to eat in between meals, which will result in insulin spikes, as Alpi stated.
Just want to add that satiating food isn't limited to carbs only. Increasing vegetable intake helps control satiety. If I have to snack, I usually turn to cucumber. Veggies tend to be cheaper than rice overall, too. Adding chia seeds to water also helps.
As someone na mahilig kumain kapag bored, I really appreciate this, Alpi. Thank you.
Would just like to add this, sometimes we misinterpret thirst or simply boredom as hunger. So before taking a bite, try to drink a glass of water first. Most of the time doing this will make the urge to eat go away.
In my experience, I just drank water all the time until my doctor pointed out to me that the amount I was drinking wasn't normal. I just thought I liked to drink water a lot. I also experienced random headaches, which I attributed to staring at the computer too much, or maybe my eyesight getting worse. It went away when I did something remotely active like walking, but oftentimes I slept it off. I replaced my glasses twice, both without changes to the lens grade. Only now does it make sense that it was a sign of diabetes.
C2 here, I got meds pa rin naman tuwing tanghali lang ako nagra-rice. Sa gabi tinapay na lang yung enough carbs lang. Kung coffee lover ka, enough na yung black coffee. Need pa rin maggatas for balanced diet, pero wag mo nalagyan ng sugar.
If you love rice, it's also recommended to eat 1-day-old cooked rice before consuming. You can do your research about it being more diabetic friendly. Or just simply replace rice with oats. Ideally, you want your plate to comprise of 25% protein, 25% carbs, 50% fruits/veggies for fiber. That is if you don't want to track your calorie intake. Also, daily movement/exercise increases insulin sensitivity, so that should help as well. Hope this helps.
It's good that you are listening to your medical team, Alpi. Also, contrary to popular belief, walang bawal na food sa people with diabetes. But they have to be mindful of the kind of food they eat, how much, and when. For example, if you're eating out and your meal has rice, better reconsider if you're also going to have fries as sides, because potatoes are also carbs. If you ate a slice of cake, reconsider having that ice cream for another day. Fruits aren't bad as well, pero hindi pwedeng basta-basta lang kakain. Typically 1 serving, 1 small piece or slice is okay per meal.
Sana nakatulong ang video na ito. Like, follow and subscribe para sa mga susunod pang videos. Ingat!